Ooh, what's good, everybody? It's your boy D-Rose LS1 here, coming back to you guys with another The Boys Season 4, Episode 4, okay? I'm trying to, hurry up because, today is that day. It's a big day today. We got Boruto, we got The Boys, and we got Elden Ring. It's a packed day. So I'm starting off early with The Boys because that shit came out like last night at 12. My first thoughts on it. Much better than the last 3 episodes. Much better. Even though I did not hate the last episodes, it was cool. It just was like, it was super slow to me. This episode was good. It still had some shit where I was like, man, what the fuck? And some shit where I was like, man, I don't give a fuck. Some parts I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, deadass, I don't care. I don't give 2 shits at all. But overall, a great episode of The Boys. Okay, so I'm gonna give you all some of the rundowns of what happened. So we start off from the previous episode at the end where Homelander saying, yeah, I need to go back home. So he goes to the facility. He shocks everybody. He turns like all the cameras and shit off. He pops up. He's like, man, I'm back. Everybody shook in their boots. They're like, what the fuck? And this nigga is so petty, bro. Oh. This nigga, Homelander, is the pettiest nigga on the planet. This was just beyond petty. Okay? This is beyond petty, and I love it because it's Homelander. So, he gives everybody cake and shit. He's sarcastically, like, trying to make it seem good what you know it's not. So he talks to Frank. Frank used to watch over him when they used to have him in like this heater to test out Homelander to see if he can have like invulnerable skin or if he can get burnt or anything like that. So Homelander goes after him first. He's like, hey man, I didn't like get burnt or anything like that, but that shit did hurt. So he's starting off with the pig. He's like, man, let's get a game, How about me and you, we shoot paper into these baskets, like basketball, and if you win, I'm gonna let you go home early and see your family. So they're doing that, and Homelander is basically like giving him a rundown of like the shit that he used to do before, because Frank, he doesn't remember. He's like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. And the Homelander is super petty. He gets to the end. He's like, hey man, this is my last shot. How about you go in the oven? And the dude's like, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Puts him in the oven and burns the nigga. So that's the first victim. That's the first victim in there. Okay. We move on. Sister Sage is setting up a plan with Firecracker to have her on VNN, Vogue News, Vogue News Network, like a play on CNN, to where she's gonna get 6 hours to shit on and expose everything that Starlight has ever done. Last episode I said, man, I had an issue with Starlight. Well, not Starlight. Firecracker being like, yeah, I'm gonna expose you, but then she's doing like a bunch of lying shit. But no, from this episode is like, this is what I'm gonna say about this episode. A lot of shit from the last episode drastically changed into this episode. Okay, so it's pretty clear cut that they're trying to make Starlight look like in our previous past she really was an asshole. And Firecracker has facts about this. Also, I forgot to mention, A-Train is fully flipped. I told y'all last week, but he's fully flipped. He's helping out Huey and shit. Huey's dad is like dying. It's like, yeah, it's like he gonna die in like a few days. So it's like, he's like, fuck, man. Huey's like, fuck. So Huey, he comes up with this plan to contact A-Train. Well, I'm moving forward. Let me, I'm gonna just say his plan, but I'm gonna go in depth about that whole plan later on. But his plan is to contact A-Train and to have A-Train give him I said Genevieve, Temp V. I don't know if it's actually Temp V or is actual V. So his dad can, you know, not die. Back to the firecracker shit. Oh yeah. I know I'm skipping ahead through a lot of shit because, you know, it's just popping up in my memory. But my last video, a lot of people I seen when I made the Is the Boys Trash video about the episode 1 to 3, a lot of people had issues. I seen a lot of people were not happy with the episode because of the Frenchie, you know, gay stuff. I didn't have a problem with that. I just had a problem with how shit became so sudden. Like, that shit came out of nowhere. But a lot of people do not like the Frenchie relationship shit. They do not like the how they made Frenchie gay out of nowhere and just pushed away the Kamiko Frenchie relationship. A lot of people are upset about that, and then there's other people that are upset about a whole bunch of political shit that I don't want to talk about. So for you motherfuckers that did not like the Frenchie gay stuff, these niggas doubled down, they quadrupled down on the situation. The first scene that Frenchie is in, in this episode, he's getting out of bed with the nigga naked. So they're quadrupling down, saying they don't give a fuck about what you think about it. So y'all just gonna have to deal with it. So where was I? Okay, so yeah, the firecracker thing. So Firecracker gets on, before Firecracker, no, she gets on stage. My bad, I'm twisting my words a little bit. But she gets on stage, she gets off. Butcher and MM, they devised a plan to try to expose Firecracker before she started putting all this fucking information out. So they find information previously that when Firecracker was 20 years old, she was getting bent over by a 15-year-old boy. Which is strange because she is the one that's putting all this fucking, saying that fucking Starlight is a pedophile and a whole bunch of shit. Also, I forgot to mention, they're doing the VNN shit right in front of Starlight, you know, community shit, whatever the fuck it's called. You know what I mean? They're doing it right in front of it. Right in front of the building. And this is 6 hours, by the way. But they come up to Firecracker, they're like, hey man, we got this video, we got this picture of you when you were getting bent over and you were fucking a 15-year-old boy. You better watch what you say or we're gonna put this on Twitter. Firecracker doubles the fuck down and she posted it on Twitter herself. And she gets on stage with the nigga from the first season of The Boys, the gay Christian dude, and then she starts telling the world about how she was getting bent over by a 15-year-old boy, and you know, she wants to be forgiven for her sins and all this type of the other shit. And then she tries to flip the situation onto Starlight, which man, The Boys is a fantasy realistic show. This shit was not realistic at all. And so it's like, why I say this is because, nigga, it don't matter if you're fucking Christian or not, or you believe in Christianity, or you believe that you can fix your sins or not. In reality and in the world, if you're looked at as a fucking pedophile, and if you're looked at as a pedophile and you're on fucking camera, if you're on camera of all things, that's even worse. If you're on camera getting fucked by a 15-year-old boy, the world is not going to accept you. This is how the world is. The world don't accept rapists, pedophiles, or women beaters. They don't accept these things. These three, like, allegorical, I don't even know if that's a word, but if you get these three things put on you, nigga, that's cool. That's staying with you for the rest of your life. In reality, in the world I live in, that's why no matter what fucking Chris Brown does, niggas are still going to criticize him for beating Rihanna. No matter what the fuck R. Kelly does, he's gonna get criticized for fucking and pissing on 13-year-old girls. So, you saying this on TV means, in real life, it means jack shit. Nobody would give a fuck. And especially since you were the one being a hypocrite saying that Starlight was being it was pedophiles and she was hiding fucking children in basements. You said this on your own lips. And you got supporters that don't like pedophiles. Your last episode, she had a nigga supporter that came in with a fucking gun. What the fuck? Nigga, that's not... But it was genius though, of her and Sister Sage, because you gotta remember, this is not, I mean, Firecracker had this idea from the beginning with the end goal, but Sister Sage set all this shit up for her to win. It was genius flipping that situation into making Starlight look bad. So, by that, I mean, she goes on, she quickly changed the topic and started exposing how when Starlight first got her powers, she fucking blinded a family with her abilities, which is, you know, I wouldn't say that's that fucking bad, because that's the start of her powers, and you know it was gonna be mistakes. Like, these niggas kill people on a daily basis, especially with their new powers and shit, like, man. But that makes Starlight look bad. Also, Frenchie breaks in, because since that didn't work, Frenchie tries to break into Firecracker's, you know, bus, and try to get information on her as well, which is alright. But the dude, the fucking Christian, the gay Christian dude from season 1, he comes in to catch them. While that's going on, Starlight's still getting exposed. And this shit is the truth. This shit is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth that Firecracker is saying to the world. Because Starlight admits it herself. So no, she's not lying anymore. She said she's spitting facts. And maybe that is the thing that is, you know, brilliant on Firecracker's hand, that she's mixing fake shit with real shit. And, you know, when you mix fake shit with real shit, it's really hard to determine which is fake and which is real. Also, there's another dynamic between these two that I seen throughout the series. I mean, throughout the episode. One, from Starlight. Starlight is insecure about things she has done in the past. And she's afraid to tell people, and she's afraid the shit couldn't get out because that'll make her seem like a bad person. Example one of this, Butcher comes in and he asks her, like, yeah, what the fuck is the problem with you and Firecracker? Why does she hate you so much? And Starlight says she doesn't know, and she won't give an answer to why she don't know. And she hasn't told anybody about these things that she has done in the past at all. She has not told anybody. And Firecracker, she is not afraid to get exposed, but she's such a clever talker, she can figure herself out in any situation. And she's not insecure about the things she has done in the past. And she's not afraid of dirt. Starlight is. So, we go on from there. Starlight not Starlight, Firecracker exposes to the world that Starlight, in the past, she was pregnant. She was 6 weeks pregnant, and she had gotten an abortion. Some of y'all at face value is like, why is that bad? Why is it bad? Because Starlight is a Christian. That's why it's bad. And when you're a Christian, you're not supposed to be having abortions and shit. So she gets exposed to the world, and she's looking at like this fake bitch, which is genius. So Starlight says, man, fuck that shit. I'm having enough of this shit. She goes outside, she beats the absolute shit out of Firecracker. Also genius by Sister Sage and Firecracker. Sister Sage, more brilliant because she doesn't actually like Firecracker. She was bullshitting, but she knew that this was actually working the plan, and she actually knew that Firecracker was going to get her ass beat. But it works in both ways though, which is genius. So, Firecracker gets her ass beat, but this turns out bad for Starlight because beforehand she was trying to work with the government to help like stop the suits and stop Volt to stop Volt. But she beats the shit out of Starlight, and that makes it ring true that everything that Starlight did is true, because she went out there and she made an ass of herself. So therefore, the government got cut off because of the actions that Starlight did. So Starlight gets cut off as well. Shit is bad for Starlight right now. All right, so back to the Huey shit. The Huey shit, his dad is dying. And you know, this was great. I like that Huey and Kamiko actually went on a teaming mission. This was good. I like this because I'm low-key sick of seeing Huey and Starlight being a team and Frenchie and Kamiko being a team. I want to see some more dynamics between other people in the team. And this was good because I don't recall seeing a solo team of Huey and Kamiko. Huey doesn't tell Kamiko that they were meeting A-Train to get the V to help, no, not to get the V, to talk to him about the V. And Kamiko's like, what the fuck? So Huey asks A-Train like, hey man, I need you to do me a favor. Like, you owe me one. He's like, man, I need you to give V so I can save my dad. And then A-Train, he says he'll do it, but like, will you forgive me if I do this shit? And Huey says yes. So then, after that, A-Train leaves. Then the fucking assassins from last episode, the girl, like I said the girl that we still don't know no idea who the fuck this girl is, but she still has a connection with Kamiko. Her group of niggas, her organization, go after Huey and them. Huey fucks up his leg, he goes in, and then this was sick, right? I like this. Kamiko, she shows fucking Huey how to combat these niggas, and basically trains and combat these niggas on the fly, how to stop these niggas from killing them. And he has like a shield and shit. This was cool. And this was a sick ass scene. Fucking Kamiko runs out during this fight scene. The bitch that got connection to her, she has the fucking grenade launcher. She fucking shoots the grenade launcher at Kamiko, and she fucking gets split in half. That shit was fucking raw, bro. That shit was raw. That shit was sick. That shit was sick as fuck, bro. That shit was sick. They killed them niggas. Then the girl and Kamiko beats the girl. And Kamiko, the girl's reminiscing times with Kamiko, and basically says that Kamiko traded on her, put her in a van and sent her to with the organization. And then they used to have like fights and shit, and she was actually the one that scarred her face. I'm gonna be real, I don't give a shit about this plot line right here. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about the scar. I don't care about her at all. I care about Kimiko, but I don't care about this plot line. The next thing, I also don't give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about the fuck. I was about to say Huey. Ooh, at first I didn't give a fuck about it, but now I am. But I don't give a fuck about the Frenchie nigga Colin relationship. This shit sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it. It's fucking stupid. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck about Frenchie and his relationship. The shit is out of fucking nowhere. I don't like it. So, quick rundown of that shit. The gay church man, he throws Frenchie out of a window. And then Butcher comes in. He get in a fight with Butcher. It was a 60 right here too, where nigga stretches his arm to go reach at Butcher. Butcher uses an extinguisher and freezes his fucking arm and breaks that shit off. That shit was sick. That shit was sick shit. That was sick shit right there. But he gets an upper hand on Butcher and starts choking the shit out of him. And then out of nowhere, Butcher, he blacks out and the nigga just get fucking obliterated without us seeing. We don't know what the fuck happened. I'm guessing that Butcher's 10V still has effect. It still has effect to where he still has some abilities, but he doesn't know it. So after that, we get to the Frenchie Collins shit. I don't give a fuck about this shit, man. I don't care. And I'm not homophobic. It's nothing about being gay. It's just this shit, I don't give a fuck because it's out of nowhere and it's bullshit. I don't like it. So, and it's fucking stupid. Nigga, why the fuck would you be in a relationship with a nigga if you killed his family in the fucking first place? It's fucking idiotic. So, Frenchie finally wakes up. He's with the nigga. And then the nigga's trying to kiss up on Frenchie and shit. He's like, man, get the fuck off me, man. I'm the one who did it. And the nigga gave an explanation beforehand, I forgot to mention, about the fucking mafia, the Russian mafia coming in and murdering his family and saying the nigga has the shit on his leg. It is so fucking, this shit is lame. It's like, it's cliche shit, it's cliche bullshit that you see in every fucking like murder mystery show. So Frenchie, of course, is the one that had the fucking shit on his leg. So Frenchie shows his leg to the nigga. Nigga beats the shit out of Frenchie and he just leaves. And he says, man, if I see you again, I'm gonna kill you. Ooh, fuck, man. I don't give a fuck about this. Please. Just ship him and Kamiko already. Fuck, man. God damn. God damn. God damn, man. Man. But some good shit from Sister Sage. This shit was kind of interesting because I was wondering what the fuck was that bleeding shit on a pole from last week. So we get an explanation on that. So basically, the way Sister Sage explains it, a human brain is supposed to stop growing by the age of 25. But her shit keeps growing. That's why she's the smartest person on the planet from the V. So she, like annually, she'll have like a bottom or lobotomy, to where she'll stick shit in her fucking brain through her eye to stop her brain from growing. You know what that means, right? So she has fucking, this shit was disgusting. This shit was fucking disgusting. She had fucking the D stick that shit through her eye. I was closed my eye, like I didn't want to see this shit. But that was a nice explanation. But the bad thing is I didn't see too much of Sister Sage. I wish I would have seen more of Sister Sage. yeah, I wish I would have seen more of her, because I'm actually starting to like Sister Sage. But so A-Train is in Homelander's office or his room looking for shit, looking for the V, and he finds all this weird shit, like how Homelander keeps his fucking gray hairs in a drawer with all his shit with every female he had a relationship with. It's weird shit. And how he has like a dresser of milk. He has a dresser of fucking milk. I don't know if it's like titty milk or just regular milk, but it's milk. Cause you know how he was in the first season. And then he finds it. But Ashley is there as well. And we know that Ashley, she's pissed off because she's getting sent to the side. So Ashley is trying to do some bullshit as well. And so they figure out, like, yeah, man, you keep quiet, I'll keep quiet, man, let's just do our thing. So A-Train gives the V to Huey. Huey's like, man, I wasn't gonna forgive you, but you know, I don't want to hate nobody for the rest of my life. So he forgives A-Train. A-Train dips off. But Butcher's there, and Butcher's like, man, what the fuck are you doing? And Huey tells him, like, man, this shit's not for me, but I need it for my dad to get him better. And Butcher's thinking how we're all thinking, like, that shit's fucking stupid. The nigga in front of you is dying because of this shit right here. He's like, man, there's enough for you too. He's like, man, I already used some. Like, that nigga's cooked. He's like, man, I already used some, man. So, and I really like the scenes where Butcher is talking to his wife, and he's losing his fucking mind. I think them is excellent scenes. No Ryan in this episode too. There was no Ryan. I didn't see Ryan in this episode at all. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that Huey brought the V to the hospital to put in his dad, but then he had second thoughts about, you know, the decision that should be made, because that's a tough decision. That's a stupid decision. So Huey comes to the decision to not give his dad V and just let him die. But he goes in to hug his father, and his mom comes in and hugs him. Huey steps outside. He comes back in. Dad has V. So there's only two things that could have happened. There's the far fucking reach one, and it's a fucking super obvious one. The super out there one, theory one, is that Huey's dad, once he touched Huey's hand, some 10V from the past seeped in and transferred from Huey to his dad. That Huey still got a little bit of 10V inside of him, but once they touch hands, the 10V transferred to his dad, so he got V powered now. And the super obvious one, and 100% what it is, one is that when they all went for a hug, Huey's mom took the V. She took the V, and when Huey went out the room, she put the V inside of her husband, because it's clear as day, because she has the face. She has a stunned face. She's like like she knows what's going on. So yeah. But back to the Homelander, because I'm gonna get through all the Homelander shit right now, because this was the most important shit, and this was the focus of the episode. So after the shit with Frank, he sees Martin. Martin is the one that used to watch over him in this thing called the Red Room, or the Bad Room, which Homelander calls it. And Homelander said, like, man, you know, because all these niggas is being yes man, like he been frustrated with throughout the season already. But Martin, he's like, man, Martin you were a good dude. You were a good dude most of the time. And this comes to be the most pettiest fucking shit I have ever seen from anybody ever. This was super fucking petty. I'm like, man, did this nigga need a die because of that? I'm like, come on, my nigga. This shit was ridiculous. This shit was mad fucking ridiculous. So, he's like, man, you were good to me, like, most of the time. And Homelander explains that, hey, man, he explains like this. He said, you used to watch over me, like, damn near 24/7. And there would be, like, this small fucking window where I get time alone. And when I get time alone, I would fucking jerk off. Because that was the only time I felt happy. He said, one time, I didn't get to finish on time, and you caught me with my pants down. And then you started laughing, and then from then on, you start calling me with the nickname of Squirt. I'm like, nigga, are you mad about that for real? Nigga, are you dead ass? I'm like, come on, bruh. I'm like, come on, bruh. I'm like, come on. I understand that nigga was stuck in the box and shit as well. And that was the only time he had, like, he felt like as a person. But like, my nigga, come on, bruh. This is beyond fucking petty. This is beyond fucking petty. You're basically saying, I fucking dislike you because you caught me jerking off on accident. Nigga, if I fucking walked in and see one of my fucking friends, like, with his pants down jerking off, nigga, I'll fucking laugh too. What the fuck? It's like a thing like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? I'll call that nigga a nickname. Nigga, that would mean you gotta fucking kill me, nigga. What the fuck? So, he gets upset about that. And he gets upset about that. And he sits down and he has everybody like sit around him. He makes Martin stand in front of everybody and fucking jerk himself off to everybody and be like, yeah, jerk herself off. And he's like, yeah, that's like, it looks like you're jerking off a little small mushroom. Like, what the fuck? Man! And Homelander told him, like, nigga, this was so wild. This was wild. He said, nigga, keep jerking off. Nigga, if you don't get hard, I'm gonna laser your dick off. Homelander's a menace. So, this nigga started jerking himself, like, extremely hard. He spits on his hand and everything. He's like, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. He's like, man, the Homelander like, man, I understand. A lot of people can't do that. It's that big. And he fucking kills him. He fucking lasers his dick off. Lasers his dick and his asshole off. Fucking insane. And steps on his head. Then, after that, the girl comes in. I forgot her name, but she comes in. She was also like the advisor and the reason why Homelander was in this predicament in the first place as a kid. And we get some context about some shit. We get some important context about some shit. So they have their conversation. He's like, man, she tells him, like, are you seriously doing this petty bullshit right now? This seems a little low coming from you. Like, is this really necessary? And she also explains that no, because in a previous episode, Sister Sage, where she claims she's the smartest woman on the planet, it's some shit that's holes in her, you know what I'm saying? Because she said that Ryan was the first. She said Ryan was the firstborn natural superhero. That is not the case. That is not the case. Because the woman says that Homelander, he was born. When he was born, before he was born, he fucking lasered his umbilical cord in his mother's stomach out and killed 3 niggas from birth. And this is not that crazy, because this is not that crazy, and it's not like, because it makes complete sense, and we understand that, because we know that Soldier Boy is, you know, his biological father, based off his sperm being connected to Homelander. Well, they said that Soldier Boy had to, you know, put his sperm into a cup, and then that created Homelander throughout this woman. We don't know who the fuck the woman is. It's just some woman, and she died. Homelander kills her at birth by lasering her. So we get that, and she basically is just restating shit that Soldier Boy said to Homelander. Like, yeah, you're a sniveling, conniving, attention-seeking little pussy. That's basically what he's saying. She's telling the nigga, like, dude, you're doing all this. Like, you was doing all this. You had the opportunity to bend leave. You could have broke out of this shit, like, since you were young. You chose to stay here. You chose to stay here, Homelander. But you chose to stay because you was afraid that we were going to be disappointed in you. We were going to be disappointed, and you were seeking attention, which is very true with the Homelander character. And you know what Homelander does because of that? Some more petty shit. And then at the end of the episode, Homelander kills everybody but the girl, and he keeps her in the bathroom where she's stuck in there for the rest of her life, looking at a bunch of her dead employees, with Homelander killing them. So, but that was great. That was good shit. That ending was great. Fantastic episode. Thanks everybody for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm out. Let me know how you feel about this. Is this episode better than the last episode? Because a lot of y'all have problems with the last episode. I want to know y'all thoughts. Thanks everybody. Like and subscribe. And please, if you're commenting, please fucking subscribe. You niggas are not subscribing. You niggas having all these political debates and shit and not subscribing. Please, subscribe, nigga. I'm out.